Good afternoon. This is Chris from Thought Shelter Games, and we're here today to take a little look at the prototype that is being built for a game called the Druids Duel. We'll just hop right in here, and I can give you a little bit of information about what the game is. The final incarnation, the final version of the game, will include 1 to 4 players, multiplayer, online, single player, that kind of thing. The prototype, however, which is essentially being built for playtesting purposes, will only support 2-player games, 3-player games, and 4-player games on the same computer. But since I'll be running the playtesting sessions, I'll be right there anyway, so I can take a look as people play. So hop right into a 2-player map. Druid's Duel is a turn-based strategy game. It essentially, at its base, is kind of a land grab. So each player has a number of different kinds of druids on the board. There's soldier druids, archers, knights, animal forms, those kinds of things. And you use those pieces to move around the board and essentially capture all of the land. As you capture land, it helps you generate mana, which is the main resource of the game. You can see down here, yellow now has 14 mana based on how many tiles they own. And now that someone is in range, actually, yellow actually has a choice to attack here in these red squares. So we'll choose to attack. On your turn, besides moving the units that are already on the board, you have a number of options to help take advantage of the board itself. So you can do a number of things down here based on how much mana you have. So one of the things you can do is build a bridge. This map, you can see, already has a bridge. Building a bridge can help you reach and hold strategic points. However, you spend mana to build a bridge. However, you cannot own a bridge. So because it's not a normal land tile and you can't own it, it doesn't actually generate mana. So you've spent it to extend the board, but you don't necessarily get mana every turn for it. So it's kind of a trade-off. You also have the ability to add units, of course. The 2 basic units that are implemented currently for the prototype is the soldier, who is a simple soldier, attacks 1 space in every direction, and then the archer, who can move 1 space in every direction, or on the same turn can choose to attack instead, and it attacks exactly 2 squares away. So it's a distance thing. Besides these basic unit types, the prototype will support the remainder of the unit types that have been designed out so far, and that includes the ability for each knight and each soldier to upgrade on their turn. They can either upgrade to a knight unit, which is essentially kind of like a super soldier. It can move two squares in every direction, capturing the land as it moves, or every single unit has an animal form that the druid can temporarily turn into. The soldier will turn into a wolf, the archer will turn into an eagle, and the soldier will turn into a bear. Each of these animals has special abilities. Maybe they can move farther, maybe they can attack more. They have some special skills they can use only for that turn, and then when that turn is over, they transform back into their normal druid form. All of those different situations blend together to create a tactics game that is based on simplicity. The idea is to have a few number of units. Every team has the same units. The map changes as you add bridges or add or take away land spaces. So with those basic components in mind, you have a Druid's Duel. The prototype this is the current state of it. As you can see, it has some debugging information, has icons that work, does turns work, loading different maps, all those basic kind of things is up and running. I do expect a mid-June completion of the prototype for all the features that I want to play test during the prototype. That means that in a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks from now, I will be looking for playtesters. Preferably local to the Minneapolis area. However, I would be open to doing kind of a screen share. Since the prototype will only run on Hot Seat, the same computer, it might be a little tricky, but I'm sure I can make it work. That playtesting will run probably for 3 to 4 weeks, at which point I hope to solidify the main unit types, the refine any core mechanics, the costs for different things, kind of some of the balance, and then begin building out the final version. So there you have it. There's the prototype thus far. Be sure to drop me a line if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon.